Will Alex Morgan be included in the U.S. soccer team's Olympic roster? Alex Morgan, a former standout for Cal, has started for the USWNT in the last 2 tournaments. However, Emma Hayes has assumed the role of U.S. coach. Alex Morgan's career is in decline. The former Cal standout is expected to compete for the United States in the Olympics, according to some media analysts. Others disagree. However, they concur that Morgan is in a difficult situation, and that Emma Hayes, the coach, may have to make the hardest choice. And now it's Hayes' squad. Hayes, not Twyla Kilgore, the acting head coach, will lead the U.S. women's national team when it plays its next practice against South Korea on June 1st, who guided the group through the She Believes Cup and the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Both of those matches were won by the United States on home soil, though not decisively. Regarding Morgan's potential inclusion in the American team that will fly to Paris and play its opening Olympic group match against Zambia on July 25, multiple viewpoints are in operation. First off, unlike the CONCACAF Gold Cup and She Believes Cup, which had a 23-player roster, the Olympic team will only have 18 players. Furthermore, that restriction is further compressed as Catarina Macario and Mal Swanson see more playing time as they heal from significant injuries. Based on recent performance, Morgan's chances can be viewed in 2 different ways. There appears to be an opposing aspect to every fact. It was first suggested that Kilgore and Hayes intended to rebuild the team with a youth movement, meaning players like the 34-year-old Morgan were expendable when Morgan was left off the U.S. roster for the CONCACAF Gold Cup. However, Morgan was added to the American team just 1 day prior to the Gold Cup competition as an injury replacement. She performed well and quickly established herself as a starter for the remainder of the competition, sparking speculation about her potential for the Olympic team. Morgan has scored 2 goals while starting for the Americans in each of the last 7 games as their striker, indicating that Morgan is still very much a part of Hayes' immediate plans. But maybe Hayes and Kilgore were just examining closely how Morgan worked with the younger players and assessing whether or not she meshes with them. How can you write off a player who has 123 international goals, the 8th most of any women's player in history? Morgan scored 2 goals in the 8 games of the previous 2 events. Nevertheless, Morgan has not scored in any of the previous 6 games when the opposition was more formidable, and one of those 2 goals came from a penalty kick.